You're not watching this by coincidence. Something within your soul guided you to this exact moment, to this very video. And by the time you finish watching, you'll understand precisely why. Perhaps lately you've been feeling overwhelmed, as if your existence is spiraling into disorder, filled with uncertainties and struggles that seem random and purposeless. But what if I revealed to you that all of this might actually be the clearest indication that you're about to step into the most powerful, beautiful, and meaningful chapter of your entire life? What most people fail to realize is that the universe always whispers before it shouts. It sends signals, gentle nudges, and subtle hints before a massive transformation occurs. The true tragedy is that most individuals never recognize these signals for what they truly are. They misinterpret them as bad luck or misfortune, and they surrender just before their breakthrough arrives. But not you. You're here, and that already demonstrates you're paying attention. Today, I'm going to guide you through 7 of the most powerful signs that your life is on the verge of a profound transformation. And if you find yourself resonating with even 3 of them, prepare yourself, because a new reality is already beginning to unfold around you. Let's begin with the first sign. You start questioning everything you once believed about life. If recently you've found yourself reflecting deeply on your beliefs, your values, your goals, or even your sense of purpose, it's not happening by chance. It's because something profound within you has already begun to shift. This internal transformation may not be visible on the surface yet, but it's absolutely real. It's as if the old mental frameworks you once depended on are starting to dissolve. And yes, that feels uncomfortable. But that discomfort is sacred. It signifies that you're awakening to a new version of yourself. The universe is inviting you to re-examine everything you've ever taken for granted. Questioning your reality, your relationships, your direction. This isn't a crisis. It's an awakening. It's the universe urging you to dismantle the illusions you've been living under so you can open the doorway to something far greater than you've ever imagined possible. This shift in perspective is essential for your evolution. It's life showing you that your mind is ready to expand, to embrace new ideas, and to step into a future that's aligned with your higher self. These questions: who am I really? What do I truly want? Am I living a life that honors my soul's calling? Are not just philosophical musings, they are portals. And once you step through them, there's no returning to who you were before. Suddenly, the world feels unfamiliar. Things that once made perfect sense start to lose their meaning. Certainties vanish. And while that may feel like losing your footing, it's actually you finding your true path. This disorientation is the universe's way of clearing the road, of making space for the authentic you to emerge, free from the old roles, expectations, and stories that no longer fit who you are becoming. It's like a spiritual cleansing, a death of the false self, so the authentic self can finally be born. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, begins to strip away the masks, the pretenses, the outdated identities, and what remains is raw, honest, and real. And even though the process feels chaotic, it's actually creation in motion. You are being rebuilt, stronger, wiser, and more attuned to the truth of who you really are. Remember this: questioning is not a detour. It's the beginning of the journey. You're not losing your way. You're finally starting to see it clearly. And yes, it's frightening when the familiar falls apart. But that falling apart is precisely what creates space for something better. You're not broken. You're breaking free. And it's not just your beliefs that are being challenged. You may notice that your relationships, your habits, and even your daily routines are shifting. People who no longer align with your energy begin to naturally fade away. Circumstances that once brought comfort may now feel confining. That's because you're shedding everything that doesn't resonate with your new frequency. Think of this as an internal detoxification, a filter that allows only what truly nourishes your soul to remain and releases everything else. And yes, that means letting go. Letting go of comfort zones, of familiar pain, of the illusion of control. This is challenging because these things may have once felt like essential parts of your identity, but they're not who you truly are. They were merely tools for a different phase of your life. And what comes afterward? That's where the magic happens. On the other side of this upheaval is a new version of you, more resilient, more conscious, and more perfectly aligned with your deepest truth. If you're finding value in these insights, and they're resonating with your current life experience, please take a moment to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Your engagement helps this content reach others who might be going through similar transformations. And don't forget to share your own experiences in the comments below. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear right now. Now, let's continue with the second powerful sign of transformation. The second sign. You begin to feel a growing disconnection from your past. One of the clearest and most powerful indicators that you're on the verge of entering a new chapter in your life is a sense of detachment from what once defined you. This doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual, subtle shift that begins deep within, often so quietly that you barely notice it at first. But slowly, almost imperceptibly, the things that once excited you, that motivated you, that filled you with purpose and energy, they begin to lose their hold over you. Perhaps you've realized that the hobbies, conversations, or routines that once brought you joy now feel somewhat empty. It's as if you're viewing the same world, but through completely different eyes. Eyes that no longer light up at the same sights, ears that no longer respond to the same sounds. The people you once felt deeply connected to, the places that once felt like home, now they seem distant, almost foreign. You begin to notice that the emotions tied to those experiences have faded, and in their place is a quiet sense of detachment. This shift isn't random. It's not a fleeting mood or a phase that will pass with time. It's something far deeper, far more profound. It is your soul gently but firmly nudging you forwards. It's telling you that you've outgrown certain moments, certain relationships, certain versions of yourself. Your perception of life is evolving, and as that perception changes, so too do your goals, your desires, your values, and your connections. Suddenly, the things that once formed the foundation of your identity no longer feel like they belong to you. They feel like echoes of a life you once lived, shadows of a self you no longer are. This is a confusing experience. You don't always know where you're heading or what you're meant to become. But you know with absolute certainty that you cannot go back. You cannot keep pretending that the old life fits the new version of you. It simply doesn't. The third sign, you find yourself questioning what you once thought was important. Have you noticed that what used to feel absolutely essential no longer carries the same weight? It's as if you're suddenly seeing life from a completely different perspective. Things that once worried you seem to lose their grip. Material goals, others' opinions, and social expectations begin to fade in the presence of something far more meaningful. You start questioning what truly matters to you. Your career, money, status. They all seem like small pieces of a much bigger picture you couldn't quite see before. You begin to realize that the true meaning of life isn't about meeting society's standards, but about living in alignment with what genuinely resonates within your heart and soul. It's like a filter has fallen away from your vision, allowing you to see past the surface and into the essence of who you truly are. This inner questioning isn't always comfortable. It can stir up uncertainty, even make you feel lost amid a sea of conflicting ideas. But that very space of not knowing is fertile ground for personal growth. That's the place where new answers begin to surface. Answers that come from within, not from outside voices. Life starts revealing to you that true fulfillment doesn't come from accumulating possessions, but from the experiences that enrich your soul and the relationships that nourish your spirit. This questioning can even spark a complete reevaluation of your purpose. Why are you here? What do you truly want to experience? The answers don't always come immediately, but what's certain is that you're beginning to open up to new possibilities. If these signs are striking a chord with you, I'd love to hear about it in the comments section below. Your experience might help someone else recognize their own transformation. And if you're finding value in this exploration, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel. By sharing this video with someone who might need these insights, you could be the catalyst for their awakening. Now, let's explore the fourth powerful sign. The fourth sign: you feel more connected to your intuition than ever before. It's a fascinating phenomenon that emerges when you're on the brink of making a major leap in your life. It's as if a new kind of inner clarity activates within you. Suddenly, life begins to make more sense, as if everything carries deeper meaning, and every choice feels more natural. What once felt uncertain now becomes obvious. You're no longer lost in the chaos of your thoughts. Something within starts guiding you, showing you which direction to take. Intuition is that inner voice, that gut feeling that tells you what to do, even without requiring all the answers or logical explanations. It's the sense of knowing that something is aligned with your true self, even if you can't explain why. The key lies in learning to trust that inner wisdom. As you begin to do so, you'll notice that making decisions becomes easier because you're acting from a deeper place, one that's more connected to who you truly are. This awakening of intuition isn't something that happens overnight. It often begins with small signs, like a hunch that leads you to take a different path or a wave of calm that embraces you during uncertain moments. At first, it might be difficult to recognize, especially since the noise of everyday life tends to drown out that inner voice. But as you start giving it space and begin listening more attentively, you'll see how it grows stronger and clearer with each passing day. The fifth sign: you feel more drawn to personal growth than ever before. As this new chapter unfolds, you notice your mind opening wider than ever before. You're no longer content with what you once knew, nor with the version of yourself you used to accept. It feels as if a profound desire for personal expansion is rising from within your core. You no longer want to merely exist, but to evolve, to improve, to push beyond your perceived limitations. This inner drive for growth begins to guide your thoughts and actions. You find yourself constantly seeking new knowledge through books, courses, experiences, or even conversations with people who challenge the way you think. New knowledge, new skills, and transformative experiences draw you in like never before. It's as if you're hungry to learn more, to grow more, to become a more authentic and powerful version of yourself. This thirst for learning and self-discovery leads you to explore parts of yourself you never thought to uncover. From your hidden passions to your deepest limitations, you sense that there's no time to waste. That now is the moment to embrace every opportunity to reinvent yourself. And it's not just about intellectual curiosity. It's about a longing to feel whole, to align more closely with your values and your purpose. This longing for growth also connects you to a transformative energy, a feeling that nothing is impossible if you are willing to evolve. The sixth sign: You're feeling an intense desire to break free from toxic relationships and situations. At this stage of your life, you're beginning to notice how certain people and circumstances that once felt like home now seem completely out of alignment. The behaviors you once tolerated, the situations you once accepted as normal, now feel heavy, draining, or simply disconnected from who you are becoming. You're not just outgrowing these dynamics, you're evolving past them. What once felt familiar and even comforting no longer aligns with your evolving values, your deeper sense of purpose, or your inner peace. You're undergoing a profound transformation, and that process is making it impossible to ignore the weight of what's been holding you back. It's like awakening from a long sleep and realizing that some of the people and patterns you kept close were never really helping you thrive. They were just keeping you in place. And now something has shifted inside of you. There's a clarity emerging, a powerful awareness that you no longer want to remain trapped in connections that drain your energy or keep you in a state of emotional turmoil. The seventh sign. You begin to feel a powerful disconnection from everything that no longer serves your highest good. As you step into this new phase of your life, you start to notice that what once felt essential, meaningful, or even irreplaceable now carries far less significance. It's as if something deep within you has shifted. Your perspective is changing, your energy is transforming, and what once seemed to define your world now begins to fade into the background. This isn't a sudden transformation. It unfolds gradually, almost quietly. Day by day, the shift deepens. You might wake up one morning and realize you no longer feel passionate about something that once defined your identity. Or you might find that conversations with certain people leave you drained rather than inspired. This isn't about betrayal. It's not about abandoning your past or rejecting the people in it. It's about honoring your evolution, recognizing that growth often means outgrowing. You're cultivating a more refined awareness of what truly matters. Your inner compass is recalibrating. You understand that in order to move forwards, you must release what no longer nourishes your soul. Remember, the universe has a unique way of guiding us, sometimes gently, sometimes dramatically, but always purposefully. If you're hearing these words right now, if they resonate even slightly, trust that it's not by accident. You were meant to receive this message. Something within you is awakening. A deeper wisdom is rising to the surface, and if you follow it, if you trust this inner knowing, you are about to enter a chapter of your life where everything starts to make profound sense. What happens when you finally take control of your life with full awareness of these signs? What shifts when you stop clinging to what was and start welcoming what's meant to be? A powerful awakening awaits, one that has the potential to reshape everything you thought you knew. You're not just changing your circumstances, you're expanding your consciousness. You're aligning with a version of reality where peace, clarity, and authenticity become your new foundation. This is the beginning of something extraordinary. Stay curious, stay open. The journey ahead is not just about growth, it's about transformation. You're not alone on this path. And if you feel called to keep exploring your personal evolution, continue walking with us. There's so much more to uncover. We'll meet again soon, and together we'll keep growing, expanding, and stepping into the truth of who we really are.